Hello and welcome! Today we are going to do the unboxing of the RM7 Windone e-bike. But before we start unboxing, let's check if the packaging box is intact. If you encounter any issues, please reach out to our after-sales team. After unboxing the product, please keep the original box, because if you would have to return the product, you will have to pack it back into the original one. Now let's open the box, but be careful, don't get scratched. And carefully taking the electric bike out of the box. It's a bit heavy, so having someone to help you would be great. Now we'll cut the zip ties and everything. Now you can see we have taken everything out of the box. We have the electric bike itself, the keys, the front wheel, front fender, front cover, two L-shaped brackets for installing the front cover, two clamp covers for securing the handlebar, left and right pedals, a charger, and the rear shock absorber, manuals and installation tools. That's everything included in the box. If you find any parts missing, you can reach out to Windone's customer service team for assistance. Starting with the rear shock absorber. It's helpful to have someone hold the bike for you. We need to remove the protective rod. Be careful not to pinch yourself. Gently lift the rear seat to make it easier to remove the screws. Then take off the protective rod. Now, making sure the air cylinder is downward. Align the rear shock absorber with the screw holes for installation. Then, tighten the screws securely. Next, we install the front part. Next, we'll install the two L-shaped brackets. Pay attention to their up and down orientation and direction. Then tighten the screws securely. Now let's install the headlight. Make sure the wire extends from the bottom. Then attach the headlight to the upper L-shaped bracket. Next, let's install the handlebar. Place the handlebar on the mount, making sure it's centered and aligned. Then, secure it with the clamp covers. You don't need to tighten the screws too much at first. Adjust the angle to a comfortable position based on your height. And then, fully tighten the 4 screws. Once the handlebar is secured, adjust the angle of the brake levers on both sides to suit your personal preference, and then tighten the screws on the brake levers. Now we're ready to install the front wheel, and it will be easier if you flip the bike over like so. Start by removing the nuts from the front fork, and be careful not to lose any parts. Slide the front fork from right to left through the right fork hole. The shorter spacer, the front wheel, the longer spacer, and the left fork. Make sure the longer spacer is closer to the brake disc. Make sure to tighten the nuts securely, and remember to regularly check them during future rides. Now, let's install the fender. Remove the 3 screws securing the fender. The fender has 3 holes. Align the screws with these holes and tighten them securely. Next, let's install the front cover. Organize the wires at the front of the bike and tuck them into the slot behind the front cover. Then, align the front cover with the holes on front fender. Finally, reinsert the screws through the holes in the front cover and tighten them securely. Now let's install the brake. Remove the brake buckle first. Start by unscrewing the 2 screws on the brake. Then, align the brake's mounting holes with the holes on the left front fork, making sure the brake disc slides between the brake pads. tighten the two screws securely. Finally, secure the brake cable to the bracket on the left front fork and tighten it in place. Let's install the pedals. Identify the left and right pedals based on the screw positions on the bike. Then attach each pedal with its screw and tighten them securely. Now let me show you how to remove the battery. First, turn off the power. Then locate this nut underneath, unscrew it, and lift off the cover plate. Here's the battery. Gently rotate the blue clip clockwise and unplug the connector. Then you can take the battery out. The battery is heavy, so be careful not to injure yourself or damage it. Finally, let me show you how to charge your bike. Once the charger is set up, locate the charging port on the right side of the electric bike. Connect the charging cable to start charging. When the indicator light is red, it means the bike is charging. When it turns green, it indicates that charging is complete or the battery is not connected. Now, let me show you the features of this electric bike. Insert the key and turn it clockwise to power it on. On the left handlebar, you'll find the control panel. It includes the hazard lights, headlight switch, turn signal for the front and rear lights, and the horn. The rear light will illuminate when you brake. Next, we have the display dashboard. A short press on the middle button lets you toggle between display options: total mileage, trip mileage, and battery voltage. When you power on the bike, it defaults to park mode. You will need to squeeze the brake to switch to riding mode. Use the plus and minus buttons to adjust the assist mode levels. 15 miles per hour for level 1, 22 miles per hour for level 2, and 37 miles per hour for level 3. Now that we completed the unboxing and the assembly of our RM7 bike, it's time to put on a helmet, guys, and go for a spin. See ya!